Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here on the Hermitcraft Mesified server. Look behind me, check out the Nether hub. The Nether hub ceiling is coming together. Got no idea who is working on this. I suspect it's Tango, but I walked into here and I thought, do you know what? That is that is absolutely fitting right there. I love this design. I think you probably couldn't have picked out too many things that look better than that. It is really nice. It is elevated the tops of these structures and brought it all over together, which is looking pretty cool. Now over here you can see that there are some nether warts up the top there, and I'm not too sure about that because then it would make the ceiling feel quite flat. I like the idea of being able to look up into something, you know, with these big rectangles that we got here in the middle. But anyway, I'm not doing that. I'm just sort of checking it out as I stumble my way here through the Nether hub. Another thing I also noticed is over here Mr. Mumbo has a different material behind his little statue up there to everyone else. And also I think it was Cubfan, and yeah, let's have a look here. Iskal, Good Times with Scott, and I think Cubfan as well have customised their ones a little bit. And we've still got Tango with the giraffe neck. I did that during a live stream and he absolutely loved it. He thought it was hilarious. So cool. Yes, my one is over here and we should probably customize it. It's not what we're going to do at the beginning of this episode, but I think what we'll do is we'll come back, we'll put our own colour behind it and we'll give me some different armour. I'm not sure what I want to go with because it would be too easy, I think, just to go with diamonds, you know. So we've got to pick out something that will look interesting, maybe a cool colour combination using some dyed leather armour. But anyway, we're heading over to the wither farm today. There is a wither farm on the server. Not sure if I've shown this in a video yet. We've certainly done some live streams over here trying to get wither skulls, and I haven't had that much luck. Now, the design of this bit, I feel like there should be a half slab here because sort of got to walk onto the cactus to get into the boat, which is a little bit silly. Aha, and Tango's back. He's probably going to tell me that he's been working on the roof of the Nether, and I don't know what that means. And when you walk out of here as well, you also get a boat, which is not what I want to do. And now I can't put them back. Do I have to throw them into the hoppers? Let's chuck them into the hoppers on the sides. There we go. So anyway, we have now been led over to the location of the wither farm. I stepped on it again. I'm just going to leave that there. Or can we put it in that chest? I think we can put it in that chest. There is a ghast that's moved down here. Yes, for the beginning of this episode, what I want to do is spend some time hunting some wither skeletons, and most of the time that I do this I don't have much luck. This is the wither skeleton farm. Basically you can walk up and down the sides here and look at all the different platforms for wither skeletons, and it looks like there's absolutely nothing here. That's probably got something to do with Tango working on the hub. It means that there's going to be no mobs over here. My plans have been spoiled from the get-go. Another cool feature of this, though, is that you've got these minecart elevators here to get between floor and floor. Ooh, look at that. You can go up and then look. Nice. I like that. And then you could press shift, hold down shift, yep. Like that. Hold it to just have a quick look. Wait for the wither skeletons, and then you can go back up. That's actually really easy, except now apparently I want to eat rather than use the minecarts. Anyway, if we continue to hold down right click, you can see it takes us all the way up above the farm, and it goes all the way up to the roof of the Nether. So when you're up here, it's more likely for the mobs, well, it's not more likely, the mobs 128 blocks away from you will despawn. So you can get rid of everything inside the farm once all the wither skeletons are gone, and then you can make your way back down there, and it means they're more likely to spawn in the farm. But with Tango in the Nether, it might not happen. But anyway, it's early morning for me, which means it's late night for him. I doubt he'll be on here for too much longer, and very soon we will get started on some wither skull farming, and this, I gotta say, is slightly hypnotic. So we have two wither skeletons right here. These are our first two, and I wanted to show you the technique I use for farming them. That is to use my bow. You see, if you are holding a looting sword in your main hand, when the mob dies, the looting effect will be applied, but right-clicking, and you're walking away. Come on now. We can do that. We can use the bow, and when this guy dies, the looting effect will be passed over. So it gives me a little bit of safety from being withered because I can shoot them from further away. So are we going to have that first wither skeleton kill charm? It doesn't look like it. There are no skulls as of yet. So we've had no wither skulls so far, and if you look to the left hand side of the farm, you can see me in here. Hello. You're watching from our camera account at the moment, and this is a really cool way to demonstrate how mob spawning works in the game. So what I'm going to do is hop into this minecart and I'm going to make my way up, and we should start to see something weird happen in the farm very, very soon. So at the moment there's only one skeleton in there because I've been clearing it out, and now there are a few more mobs, but we should start to see something quite odd happening. There it is right there. Did you see it? They started to... Aha, look at that. They are blinking. They appear one moment, they disappear the next. What is going on? Well, this is a demonstration of how mob spawning works in the game, because the game picks a location, it puts in the mobs, and then it realizes that they're 128 blocks away from the player, and so they instantly despawn. Now, when I drop back down, which I'm going to do right now, we start seeing it happen again, and then eventually I'm in range of the farm, as you can see right here, and then the mobs that have spawned there will actually stay there. So, pretty cool demonstration, right? And as I said, I've got no skulls so far, so I'm going to have to keep at it, keep having to look for those wither skeletons. Okay, what's that on the ground? It's our first wither skull. That was, I believe, the 48th wither skeleton that we've killed, and we finally got one. And I sort of switched back to using my sword, because if you carry the bow on you all the time, you can accidentally shoot the minecarts over here, which can be a little bit of a pain when travelling back and forth. So I decided just to stick to the sword for now. And another thing is, look at the beacon effects. We've got strength 2, resistance 2, regeneration. We're going to have no issues at all. So it's actually very easy to walk right up to them. Okay, I'm withered, but you know what? I've got resistance. I've got regeneration. You're not going to cause me any troubles. This place is noisy, especially when you realise that you're recording the sound of 2 Minecrafts at once, because of course the camera account is logged in. We are up to our second skull, which is good. And there's a couple more skeletons here, but I feel like it's time for a time lapse. You know, people have been requesting them, and I feel like now would be a good time to do that. Okay, it's time for me to stop. But do you know why it's time for me to stop? Because this is Wither Skeleton 200. Hello. And this place is like a coal and bones farm. Check it out, 14 wither skulls. That is amazing, because 13 was the amount that I was looking for. We'll get to that in a moment though. And look at this, my armor's okay. My sword and bow are just fine. Mending. Mending is an amazing addition to this game. And it was just sort of in my mind that as we're going around here, we've got to check on our armor, go back and repair it at some point. But no, that's 1.8 and before. In 1.9, I'm kind of scared to hit these guys because of the pigmen. Yeah, mending really makes a huge difference. And what I was going to show you is that these magma cubes are great for repairing all of your armor when you're up here, because you can get a big bunch of them together and all of them drop little bits of XP. Oh, well, there you go. There is a pigman standing there, which is exactly why I was a little bit unsure about charging into that room, because now all of the pigmen are aggressive at me, which is no good, so we've got to make them despawn. So what I'm talking about is this. Once you've cleared out a room and you want to make sure that all of your gear is repaired up, just getting a load of magma cubes is great, because they all divide down and then there's loads and loads of them to kill, and they all drop XP. I know it's a small amount, but it's a nice little thing to do when you want to make all your armor repair. There you go, just my leggings to do now. And that is our cue to leave this place. We have repaired all of our gear, fantastic, and now we're going to head out of here. So the reason that I wanted 13 wither skulls is not because it's a prime number, but because 12 will divide down into 4 different beacons and then 1 extra for this guy over here. Welcome to the attic. Looks real cool, these. And yes, we put these together in the last episode. If you didn't see that one, then check it out. It was a tour around Iskal's base and his Mobilisa game, which is a Dota League of Legends style thing in Minecraft survival. It's going to be crazy, and we also added this to the attic, which we might come back to later on in this episode. Right now, though, we are focusing on the Nether. I'm going to gather some materials, some armor as well, and we're going to make our little armor stand in there a little bit more fancier. So here we have my colours, green, grey and purple. If I take off my armour, you can see they are the colours that make up me, so to speak. And around the corner here, I just came and had a look at it. I was like, uh-oh, because behind there is already grey, and this is sort of purplish as it is, although it's much more blue. You see, I just crafted some purple hardened clay, and it's a little bit more magenta, so we're going to give that one a try out first of all. But the thing is, I was going to make my armour up here green, as that would be, you know, quite like the colour of my armour as it is. So that's a little bit too dark, that's a little bit too bright. Just in between though, perfect. So we will use both of those, and then we'll chuck them onto this guy. So I think we can just tap him. Oh no, I'm going to have to break the whole thing, aren't I? Okay. And then hopefully putting it back together will be okay. Another thing we could change is the carpet, but I don't think that would be particularly visible from down below. Okay, so now we can put on the other armor. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Yep, it's at the front like the other ones here, and then we get to put my head... I put my head on my head! Oh yeah, this looks hilarious, by the way. Well, actually you can't quite see it, but you can see it here. If that tag wasn't in the way, makes my head bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. You can see it. You know what I'm on about. Whoa, let's not fall off of here. Let's put this head back down. Okay, excellent. And then the blocks behind it, I want to change to purple or magenta or, you know, purple hardened clay. So I think we can get away with that one actually. It kind of works, doesn't it? It pops out a little bit. It definitely looks more magenta than it does purple, but I'm not too fussed. I just think that looks cool. But I do think we should try a couple of other colours as well. I want to walk back in here because, yeah, look at this. For our purple in here, we did use the blue clay because it looks a little bit more purpley. Okay, I'm going to try a few other materials here, but otherwise I think that looks pretty good. So we got quartz. It's alright, but it is very bright. Dark prismarine, very nice. That one could be a keeper. I do like that. It complements the green in front of it. Alright, these bricks don't look terrible, but they don't seem to really match me or what I'm about, I feel like. I rarely build with bricks, so we're not going to go with that one. In a way, it makes sense, because you've got your purple or pinkish colour at the back, your green and your grey, my colours, but no. We're not going to do purple. Red nether brick. Cool texture, but looks completely out of place there. And regular nether brick. Pretty good actually. I think it fits in there nicely. It's just not the texture for me. Bone blocks. Look at that. It's like quartz, but it looks a lot nicer because it's just a little less pristine. Very nice. We got one more material to try though. Sandstone. No, not really. I don't think it looks very nice here. Purple and yellow are like opposites, so sometimes they look really good together. In this case, not really feeling it. Okay, dark prismarine it is. I think that looks lovely. It looks extra nice because of the slightly lighter leather armour in front of it. And while we're here in the Nether, I need to mention something. There is a project we started quite a few episodes ago. I bit off more than I can chew. Now, normally what happens is I bite off more than I can chew and I get it done. And me attempting to get this done means not very much at all. This place right here is insane. Because of the distance that we have to go, and it has taken us hours upon hours just to go this distance right here. So it's something that I'm going to chip away at in live streams, but probably won't be done for months. This build is ridiculous. You can't even see the end of it, and I think I might have made a big mistake actually with this one. When I say bit off more than you can chew, I really do mean it. I mean, this is a massive tunnel design, and it goes a long way. But you probably haven't seen the design unless you've been watching my live streams. So this is it. We've got endstone and purple blocks, and above the iron trapdoors here we have lava, which provides the lighting. Then down at the bottom here we have trapdoors over at the edge to look interesting, but also to stop mob spawning, which is what the redstone does. It's what these little bits of glass do as well, and then of course the mobs can't spawn on top of the pistons. So this is a spawn-proof tunnel, and it looks like our fellow Logfellow Python's over here. He's checking it out. He's seeing what we're up to. Here on the Hermitcraft server. Busy day today, lots of people online. Speaking of biting off more than I can chew, I'm currently in the process of moving homes, and I've decided to start work on our second episode. Now, if you never saw the first episode, it's where we put a crazy amount of time into a singular episode, and we're doing it again. We're doing it in the same location as well. This is our portal to our Guardian Farm base. So when that will be released, I don't know, but do know that I am working away on that as well, and it's going to be amazing, and then loads of awesome things are going to happen over there. But for now, I think we're actually done in the Nether for this episode. We spent a lot of time over here. Oh no, wait, there's one more thing that we need to do, and we've got to go up to the roof where there's some bedrock. Somewhere around there, there is a killing chamber for the wither. I've got my soul sand, and I've got my wither skeletons. Do I need anything else? I don't think so. So we have a killing chamber for withers, and previously what we've done is do it the normal way, except down in a cave with beacons on our side, and in a way done the exact same thing we're about to do, which is butcher the wither. Nice and easy. Anyway, I noticed this sign here. This is not actually where it goes to anymore. There is a tunnel for that now, but somewhere up around the back there is the wither killing area, and I thought, why not one of these corner tunnels to get there? So what I've done is I've just shaped these stairs to lead up to this point, then you turn to the left, you go up a few more, and it takes you directly to the wither killing area. Now someone has decorated this area with a little bit of obsidian, which makes you feel a little bit safer, and it looks really cool as well. However, I was thinking this thing right here could be a little bit of a project, you know, to connect it up, make it look pretty. I love doing that sort of stuff. Anyway, what we will do right now is kill some withers, and let's just do that, and also read the sign out here. Place wither feet on center block, then sideways. That looks like exactly what we're doing here. So cross your fingers, wish me luck. Here we go, and you know what? You can tell just by looking at it that it's in the correct part of the bedrock formation. If you've never seen this before, it is an awesome little trick that you can do. You have to do it in a specific part of the Nether. Jeez, that guy's loud. Quick, take him out. Cool, there we go. That thing makes a racket, right? And we got our Nether star. What I was saying, if you've never seen this before, you need to go look up some of Panda4994's videos on this. But the bedrock is the same in every world. So if you came to this location right here in your world, you would find the same bedrock formation. And I mean, you could do it from this video, really. You just build this platform here below it, and then you are good to go. So let's do a couple more of these, and let's get all of our Nether stars. There we go, we got what we came for. 4 Nether stars. They look pretty fancy, don't they? Very valuable item. And I was just thinking, we're going to make some beacons with these. However, what we could do is put one of them in the attic after we've renamed it in an item frame for decoration. That would be pretty cool, but it reminded me of a time in the past in Hermitcraft Season 2. With our farms, we managed to get 100 Nether stars in one episode and make 100 beacons in it. Crazy times that was, but yes, definitely could have used them for decoration back there. Anyway, another thing that I wanted to mention on the way out of here was that I put some coal blocks in to try and make this thing pop out a bit, so you'd look over into the corner and you'd notice it, but the problem is you really just don't notice it. It doesn't pop out enough, and maybe it's some of these blocks right here that need to be changed to sort of make people aware that this is here. So we're going to take those back, and I said we'll do the decoration another time, but it's something that needs to be done to make this little pathway up to the top there look cool. And another problem with it is that it also shares the wall with this side as well, which would look kind of odd. So time for the crafting. There we go, there's our 4 beacons, and we're going to make something else as well. We are going to make a whole bunch of ender chests. The reason why is because I am forever running around to get to an ender chest, it feels like, and one of the things that would be nice if ender chests were just everywhere, so we need a lot of them in this case to make this work. So we're just going to craft a stack like that, bam, stack of ender chests. First thing we're going to do is put them in our ender chest, but not all of them. You know, it's always a good idea to have more ender chests in your ender chest, because whenever you go to an ender chest, sometimes it's to pick up your silk touch pick so you can pick up that ender chest. Hey, just take another one out of there and move it somewhere else. So what we're going to do, and hopefully I can get away with breaking the block below this, because there is redstone and stuff down there, and that's not how I wanted to do it. Let's pick those back up. If we put that there, we can have one over here. So if ever I'm in this room, you know, ender chest right there, don't have to walk all the way through to this bit. And again, I'm often over in this area looking for an ender chest, so somewhere in here there should be one as well. And I tell you what, this place needs tidying up. This stuff has got to go. And I'll tell you where's a good spot for an ender chest. Right there. So that's accessible. Maybe one here as well. Well, that's probably a little bit overkill. So even up here in the attic, we've got ender chests now. And as I do this, I feel a little bit guilty, like it's overkill. But man, the amount of times, everywhere I go, I just want there to be ender chests really nearby. So on the way down here, somewhere at the bottom there should be an ender chest as well. Maybe like where we've got that, we could destroy this and just have one right there. That's probably a little bit silly. I'll probably move that. But we have only just started working on this room, and in here there will definitely be ender chests all around the place. Now earlier I was using the sheep farm to get some brown wool. Here is how much I got. I'd say that's pretty good. And the thing is, I was in a minecart AFKing, going back and forth, and the minecart disappeared while I was in it, which is a little bit of a mystery to me. I've always heard about people complaining, you know, occasionally minecarts disappear. Hasn't really happened to me, but today it did, and it happened while I was in the minecart. But it was AFK, so I don't know which moment that happened. And while I was doing that, I definitely, without a doubt, saw lots of wool landing on the back here, which means what we've got to do is fill it in with glass. But these sheep are in the way, so it's going to be a little bit tricky. But now when we shear them, the wall is going to hit the glass and fall down. Do I want to do it with that glass, or do I want to use dyed glass is another question. So there we go, brown glass at the back. Do you know what? I think you barely notice it unless you were looking for it. Of course, the brown fits in with the wood that's behind it. And if you're wondering why glass, it's because the grass below will stay as grass, as it is transparent. And the way that I filled in all of these gaps, I do believe I got all of them, was by getting the sheep to move around. So, you know, open up an area and we could fill it all in. So that's going pretty well. When I explained this last time we were recording down here, I believe I might have sillied up my words, as I often do, and said that this makes the sheep regrow their wool faster. That's sort of true. The way that we've laid out the grass here means that it spreads to the dirt blocks quicker, and that means it's more likely when a sheep goes to eat what's ever below it, it will be a grass block and they can regrow their wool. So in an indirect way, it does do that. But as you might guess, we are gathering lots of brown wool. We've already got a fair bit in this one, and that is for the roof of this building. So I do need to do some more AFKing down here. Okay, so this area here has now been tidied up, and for lighting we've got glowstone under these carpets, and when this gal gets his care package, or care crate as I called it, we'll move that little bit of carpet to where the glowstone is. And I feel like maybe a water feature should be in this room, but at least it's tidy for now. This space is steadily coming together. We're going to be focusing on this in the coming episodes and making progress, especially on the area down below. But that's going to be it from me in this episode of Hermitcraft. Do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like on the video. As always, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.